Is there a better way to polish my shears other than what I've been doing for the last 30 years? Let's try a new idea and see if it works. Marrku Paltola, I think I pronounced his name right, from Finland, had a wonderful idea that he aimed especially at me because he knew I always had a problem with polishing shears. And been using a white polish, this kind of stuff with a diamond spray on a felt pad. Is what I've been polishing with, but I've never been totally happy with it. I've always been told there were other ways to do it, that a green rouge was actually better, but it would be a mess. And so I mean, it's always been one of my weakest areas. So Marrku in Finland, because he'd been watching my videos and knew that was one of my issues, he offered a suggestion based on his expertise in knife sharpening that I'm going to try right now and see how it works. This is what Marrku showed us at the last Sharpeners Jam.
You rub this green compound to your leather disc. Use it like a kid's crayon. You see the color is something even. And when you think it's okay to you, you put few drops of purified baby oil, mineral oil. That is the best to that, and rub with your fingers. You see how the green compound is melting down with the oil and goes even to that leather disc what you have.
So after Marrku from Finland, by the way, Finland was one of the only countries that did not get the Black Death, the bubonic plague during the Middle Ages. Interesting little fact. I don't guess anybody cares but me, maybe the people in Finland. But after I watched his video and got back from the Sharpeners Jam, I bought a leather pad, which I'm going to try, and then some green rouge. And let's apply it like he said, and let's compare the polish from one shear to another. Sound like fun? I thought so too. So I've got my gloves. I've also purchased some mineral oil, lubricant laxative. That reminds me of an idea we had from years past. Let me show you the past idea. I can't even remember what year it was, but we had, and I saved this bottle from way back when. That was called snake oil, and it's lubricant for stylish shears and clippers, and it was nothing in the world but mineral oil, and it says right here, contains 100% white mineral oil. And he also, I think he put a little bit of clove oil in it, just to say that it had something different in it. And then he had these bottles made up, and he sold these to the stylists, and he would tell them that they're a laxative, and he had all kinds of stories about them. So, you know, if you want to package your own oil, that would work. So Marrku says to color this in like you would a crayon. This is turning out to be a little bit of a work to get this completely covered. I think I may put it on my machine and let this go around, and then I can just hold it still. Let's try that. Here's my Simek. And we may want to worry about what we're breathing. There is a warning on here that you're supposed to wear a mask, but I don't really think there's going to be that much dust coming out. So let's turn it on, and let me grab my polish. Oh yes, this is working much better. Alright, so let's see what that looks like. Well, it's not on here evenly, but that's what he said the mineral oil would do. So let's drop a little bit of this mineral oil. Whoops. Maybe the paintbrush from the previous idea about the clippers will work on this. And then I'm going to massage this in and see if it kind of evens out the polish all the way around it. Maybe I have a different type of leather than what Marrku had. I'm not seeing this do what I want it to do. You got any ideas, Misty? Look, I'm supposed to be polishing this in, rubbing it in, and it's supposed to, according to the video, and it's supposed to get really nice and even. But it's not doing that. Maybe just some kind of a wooden stick to press it down.
I just took some off.
Alright, let's see what that looks like. Well, that might be a little bit better. So it's going to take a little bit of work, looks like, to get these broke in. I liked what that did. Let's do this again. Still not even on here. Let's put some more polish on here. Taking it down and down to the cardboard, isn't it? Well, that's looking better. And a little bit more work than I thought it was going to be. Let's try a little bit more mineral oil. Massage that in. And I'm going to turn this on a little slower. Oh, I've got it on the fuzzy side. Do it on the stick side. Well, I wish Marrku was here to show me exactly how to do this. I'm not getting a nice even polish. You see I've got some holes here. He made it look so simple, but it also looked like he had a different type of leather and that it had already been treated once. Let's try this. Let's try a shear. This may be as good as I'm going to get it. Let's just try and see what happens. Thought maybe that friction, that heat would help this smear across here a little bit better. A little bit of green's come off, but not as much as I've had in the past. Let's try some more of this polish. And maybe I can cut some of this cardboard off here. And this is the third treatment. It is looking better each time. May have too much oil this time. Yeah, because the oil seems to take it off and smear it a little bit. Sort of dissolves the green polish a little bit. Still not getting an even coat like I was hoping. I'm turn it slow and kind of rub it in a little bit. See what it looks like now. I'm not sure if this looks any better. I think I just got too much oil on it. More polish. Why not? Well, I'll say this for it. It is now on here more evenly. And it looks like a thinner coat. Let me see what happens when I'm actually doing a scissor. It's not as bumpy as it was. So I've made a nice sloppy mess. And the leather does not seem to be absorbing this green polish, but maybe it will after subsequent uses. So let's give it a test and see how this one polishes as opposed to what I've been using. I think I'm going to take some of this excess oil off. All right, let's give it a whirl. It's not exactly the way I thought it would look, but it's going to look a whole lot better. So, as part of my experiment, this is a fresh 2000 grit abrasive film. I have some scissors here. I don't know the story on them, but they're badly sharpened. but really they've only sharpened them badly right on the edge, not along the surface. So I'm going to put these in my clamp. And I'm not worrying about creating a burr. I just want to kind of get that face of that shear all kind of scratched up. Let's do it about 10%. Yes, and I have some nice little scratches in here going all the way down. Let's do the other blade. This one has the name on it. And we should get the same pattern. Yes, the name's kind of halfway come off. I'll let you look at the before and after as a comparison. You see the scratches? Scratches are pretty much the same. So let's do the front with my old pad, and we'll do the new one with the green rouge. So switching this out. And another thing I've got is I'm putting some white paper down below just to see what kind of a spatter might come out and how far on both techniques. As you know, I usually sharpen on the side, but I'm doing this upright so you can see it a little bit better. Let me zoom out so you can see what's going on. So I have some paper, a paper towel here that's white to see what, now this green was already here, but to see how much spatter comes out. In fact, I may open this a little bit wider just for the fun of it. And I'm putting this into my clamp. And I really wouldn't need to clamp this because I'm not worrying about coming to the edge or not. I'm just doing it so that I'm coming in comparing. And I'm going to go full blast. Okay, and that's definitely going to need to be cleaned off. Had some spatter, but not anything what I was expecting. So now let me use my usual method. I have a felt pad that's been already broken in. I'm going to add a little bit more diamond spray to it. It's about enough. Dress it with some white rouge. And I'm switching out my shears. So it's the back shear I'm doing on this one. This is on a felt pad with a white rouge and diamond spray, which is my usual method. Same amount of time. Oh, I want to go full blast. And I did one rotation last time, one rotation this time. So my spatter was about the same, maybe even worse with the felt pad. It's just a different color. But yeah, it's so that my spatter is not different. I want to clean these off with alcohol and see what they look like. I'm very curious. So in looking at these, it looks to me like the felt pad did as well or better than the green rouge. Now here's my curiosity. If I go from the felt pad to the green rouge, like a second step, will I get a better polish? And I know that's what some people do. They'll use the felt pad first and then they'll do the green rouge. So let me try this a second step with the green. I'm going to apply more polish. And I'm going full blast. So another cleaning with the alcohol. It might look a little shinier, but it definitely doesn't look like a new shear. Yeah, that's and it may be because I don't have the polish on there evenly. Something I've done wrong. Marrku, I'm sending this back to you. You tell me what I did wrong. What I should have done, why it's not working. It doesn't seem to be polishing like I was hoping it would. So I'm back after texting Marrku in Finland, and undoubtedly the finish finishes, and it was what I was getting. And there was 2 suggestions he gave me. One, I was not using the right type of leather. He said not the smooth leather. He said he wasn't sure about the translation for the type of leather, but he thought it was either the rough side or suede. Well, it just so happens, this isn't my first rodeo with experimenting with these. I had ordered back maybe a year ago because I was playing around with it. Always I've been on the search for the better polish. Search for the better, higher polish. And I had, I actually have a suede pad, and I have one with the rougher leather. But I haven't done it with the mineral oil and the other techniques to put the green rouge on here. So let's try treating both of these with the green rouge, coloring it in like you said, and the mineral oil. And another trick he had, he said to heat it up with a hairdryer so that rouge, the green polish rouge, goes all the way across the pad. So I'm going to try all of those things. Let's see if this works. Thanks for going on this adventure with me. Let's try the rough leather first, and then we'll go to the suede. Now you see I tried to put polish on it one time before and it didn't stay, but I didn't use the mineral oil. Alright, so that's nice and warm. Maybe a little bit more oil on it. One problem I'm seeing, look at my wall. Can you see the spatter on the wall? Yeah, I'm to clean off my wall. Oh, look at my shirt. Kind of should have worn an apron. Well, let's see how well this polishes. This was my problem I had with the green rouge, is the mess. But maybe once you break it in, it's not the as big a mess. I don't know. I don't like this green all over the place. Okay, so let's go back and put one of these in here. This is the one that we polished with the felt, then the green rouge, and now I'm doing the green rouge here. Let's go full blast. Well, still has scratches, but I think this is coming along. So this is better than the felt. This is better than the leather without any nap to it, than the smooth leather. So this was number 2. Let's go to the, this is like a suede. That's the most even coverage of any of these 3 that I've tried. And this is a suede. This looks actually more like the material he was using in the video, to tell you the truth. Oh, that's quite pretty. I know in the video, it, because of the light, it doesn't look as even as what I'm seeing. But that's on there fairly evenly. So let's go back to this same little shear that still has the scratches on it, and let's see if the scratches will come off this time. Well, it's not perfect, but it is definitely better. Let's try the shear that we went from the first leather polish, and let's see how that one works on here. Yeah, now that looks good. This one looks really good. It doesn't look like a brand new shear, but that is a much better polish. Let's get a whole nother blade and try something fresh. Here's a blade that's got some moderate scratches on it. Let's see if you can see that in the video. And I don't think the magnifier is going to help with you seeing this, but it does have some moderate scratches. So let's just see how this does. That's a nice shine. It does not look like a new shear, but that definitely is a better shine. I'm going to try one more experiment. We tried the smooth leather. We tried the rough leather. We've done the suede, which is by far the best. What if we did the suede with the green rouge with the diamond spray? So I'm going to shake up my diamond spray really good. And I'm spraying. And then I'm going to actually kind of massage and rub this in, so I have a nice coating of the diamond spray. And let's just take that last shear I just did and try it again with the diamond spray, the green rouge on the felt. Better yet, but it does not look like a brand new shear. Let me compare it. Can you see the difference in the, this is actually a dirty shear, but can you see the difference in the shine and the polish on a brand new shear and this one? It's not quite there. It's a little bit better than what we have been getting, but you know, we're not there yet. My conclusion on this is the felt pad is better than the rough leather or the smooth leather, and it does work better if you use a diamond spray with the green rouge and the mineral oil to rub it in and a little heat from the dryer. It still makes a mess more than what I like to deal with. And I think for maybe the little bit of difference in polish, me personally, I'm going to stay with what I've been doing. I'm not going to change my method of polishing shears. Now, I'm always open to a better way to polish, and any suggestions, we're welcome. I'm very welcome. For those of you that want leather pads and who want green polish, we may start carrying them on the website, and because everybody has their own preference. But for me, I'm going to stay with the combination of a felt pad. This was white originally. A felt pad with a diamond spray and the white polish. Today, I'm always open to something new. So that was my review of the idea by Marrku Pelota, and I won't say it was a failure. I'm just saying for me, it wasn't the best. It wasn't the best option. It wasn't a solution to my shiny shear polishing problem. But keep watching my videos. I'm going to try out some more ideas in the Sharpeners Jam and some other ideas that you share with me, and we'll explore some things. And if you have comments or ideas or things I should have done that would have made this work, please let me know. So, but thank you for the idea, Marco. This might work better on knives than on shears. Who knows?